It's a nice, healthy day on Wall Street, at least we hope. Let's go ahead and check with the Money Master, the Director of Financial Newsletters at Newsmax.com, who joins us every day at this time to check out what's happening on Wall Street. Jeff Yastine is here, and as I look, it seems like it's another one of those, it's kind of like a floating day, a little bobber just on the surface of the water, everybody just kind of getting by, right?
Well, you know, if you can get a 150-point gain on the Dow, and we'll call that a floater, we'll take that any day.
Well, in light of what we've said with the bounce back in the last couple of weeks, it seems like the $1.80, whatever it is pretty much just kind of like floating along in the current.
That's true. We're up about, we've made back about half, not quite, but almost half of the losses from the high of September to the low of last week. We've remade about half of that in the last handful of trading sessions. So yeah, we have the Dow up about 180 points. The S&P's up about 30. The NASDAQ is up 80. People are learning to like stocks again, and Apple's earnings yesterday after the close helped get them back into the buying mood, certainly.
All right, we're going to talk about Apple here in just a moment. Let's get to the news right now. Dish Network and Turner Broadcasting. Here's another one of those cable agreement deals that has to come around, although I will say that it's interesting because Dish Network has pulled certain channels off, but they didn't pull the two most popular ones off, which is TBS and TNT.
Well, it's one of these things that I think everybody who has cable is just going to have to get used to, because there is this element of brinksmanship, just like we used to see between unions and a steel mill, that sort of thing, where they want to see how far they're going to go. Dish has pulled these channels off, and they're waiting to see what kind of response they get back from Turner and see if they can come back to the negotiating table. We're going to see more of that because of the things we've talked about in the past. The influence of Netflix, millennials, the millennial generation, getting more of their programming directly through Netflix and other conduits outside of standard cable distributors.
Yeah, for the moment.
And ones like Dish, the satellite providers.
And for the moment, at least, CNN, Cartoon Network, True TV, Turner Classic Movies, and 4 other channels are now dark, but TBS and TNT you can still get. They'll work it out sooner or later, I have this
Exactly.
feeling.
We've seen this before.
All the time. Here we go now. iCloud, apparently the Chinese are looking at iCloud. Gee, what a shock. I mean, the cloud being hacked, as if we really didn't think we'd ever be here again.
Yeah, I like the response from the official response from the Chinese government is that they're against hacking and they don't do that sort of thing. And I'm sure it's like, yeah, we're shocked at this sort of response. But that's just par for course. I think also for the Chinese, they have the same concerns that the FBI and the NSA have said previously about the new iPhone, and that it's very hard for them to hack. So using this particular kind of attack, it's called a man-in-the-middle attack, and it's way too complex for me to even try to describe, but they're obviously trying to locate the vulnerabilities of these iPhones as they've just gone on sale in China in the last handful of days.
So Apple's earnings, solid as expected. McDonald's earnings, they missed the mark, and again, we're coming down to another scandal in China again. There's that word, Jeff.
Yeah, they're having an issue with food quality in China, but the real movement in the stock is related to profits in the U.S. because revenues are down about 30%. Sales per same-store sales, those are down about 3.3%. And part of the problem is cost. Bloomberg.com had a fascinating story yesterday talking about how overall the cost of things that you buy at McDonald's are up around 3%. And because of that, it's actually in many ways cheaper to go to other places like IHOP or Denny's rather than McDonald's. So it kind of really undercuts the whole bargain priced food aspect, which I think was the last leg that McDonald's was relying on to get continued quarterly growth.
And about 30 seconds left, profits falling at Coca-Cola. Carbonated beverage, sales down again.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. We talk about the shift in taste among millennials, and for many of us, you were just talking to Nick Tate about sugar content in various beverages, and this is one of them that Coca-Cola has yet to fix. They're trying to diversify, but that's about all they can do at this point.
They never have to worry. Trust me, there will always be some sort of a market for soft drink as long as people are working in broadcasting and it's easy to get out of the refrigerator. We're all okay, right?
Yes, no doubt.
See, there you go. All right, and then we go right to the gym right after that. Every single day, don't forget, Jeff Yastine joins us, but We invite you 24/7. Make sure you go to Newsmax.com and check out the money section as well. You can find out what's happening there, Jeff's comments, and so much more every single moment of every single day. Jeff, pleasure, my friend. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it.
After the break, a peek into another key race come the midterm elections. And more about Al-Qaeda when we come back.